Good morning, everybody. My name is Lindsay, and we have a restorative yoga practice today that will work through the body to stretch us out nice and slow, but also gives a nice toning of the nervous system, allows the blood pressure to regulate, to supports our digestive system, helps with our sleep cycles. A restorative practice is really a wonderful thing to include in your kind of regular yoga practice. Oftentimes it feels like we're not accomplishing much in these slower, more gentle practices, but we get a really nice, deep, calming action to our nervous system, which has a whole cascading effect of benefits for the body. So as we are holding our restorative poses for, up to 10 minutes, the real work that you might find yourself in is to keep a calm mind that is focused on the present. So I know it's often, we find ourselves wanting to multitask when maybe we're not feeling as productive as possible, but I highly encourage you to take this time to allow the mind to clear, and you'll find that maybe solutions to previous problems arise, or maybe it's no longer. Anyways, thank you again for being here. So our props today, I have just an assortment of blankets and pillows that we'll be using, as well as using a chair for some inversions during class. So if a chair isn't readily available to you, you can use, the edge of the couch, the edge of the bed, maybe doing legs up the wall also as an option. So all kinds of options are available, and we'll get ourselves warmed up a little bit through the spine before we come to rest in our restorative practice. So coming into our seated posture, we'll find our foundation, allowing the seat to ground down nice and even. The belly draws in, the spine nice and long. The hands on the knees. We'll take a few rolls of the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Continuing these shoulder rolls forward, up, back, and down, giving ourselves some time to allow the space to stretch and open, noticing the spots that maybe need a little extra time or attention as we make these movements. Fabulous. Then we'll pause with the shoulders in the back and down position. We'll draw the chin down towards the chest, and we'll begin to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder, and then the chin back to chest, left ear towards the left shoulder. So taking a few half circles here, rolling the head from side to side, nice and slow, nice and gentle, pausing in any spot that feels extra nice as we breathe into any tight spots that might exist through the neck and the shoulders. Very common place for us to hold tension. So giving ourselves this opportunity to move slowly into these areas, breathing into them, helping to relax and release any tightness, any additional engagement. Fantastic. We'll start to bring the right ear towards the right shoulder again. We're going to find that sweet spot on the left side of the neck. Just pausing here with the right ear towards the right shoulder and finding that sweet spot, maybe some subtle adjustments in through the neck and the head. And then from here, we're going to extend the left arm out towards the left side of the mat. Fingertips hover over the floor. So just lengthening the space between the left ear and the left shoulder, allowing that left shoulder to draw down. And we'll start to wiggle those left fingers. We're petting our power animal. Fantastic. Then pausing our finger wiggle, we'll start to draw figure eights with the left hand. So allowing these figure eights to be the size and the shape that really fits you best today. So they might be fast and small figure eights, or they might be large and slow figure eights. Take some time here, really helping to pinpoint that area that we want to work into today. Fantastic. Starting to pause those figure eights. We'll take a gentle bend in that left elbow, starting to flex the left palm up towards the sky and press the left palm towards the left side of the room, just feeling that space between the shoulder and the ear. Lengthen here, breathing. Nice and slow, steady breaths. Fantastic. We'll lower the left hand down towards the lap, lift the head again up to neutral, roll the shoulders a few times forward, up, back, and down, helping to integrate that stretch. Noticing the difference between the two sides. And then we'll pause with the shoulders in the back and down position. We'll bring the chin back towards the chest and then the left ear towards the left shoulder, finding the sweet spot on that side of the neck. Giving yourselves a few moments to identify the area that you want to work into. And then as you're ready, we'll extend the right arm out towards the right, fingertips hover over the floor. Taking a breath here to breathe in, feeling that space lengthen between the ear and the shoulder. And then we'll start to wiggle the right fingers. Fantastic. Starting to pause the finger wiggle, drawing our figure eights with the right arm. Again, allowing the shape of the figure eight to find you. Might be slightly different than the other side. It's all good. Fantastic. We'll start to pause our figure eights and flex that right fingers up towards the sky, gentle bend in that right elbow, and start to press the right palm towards the right side of the room, lengthening out that space. Nice big breath here. Now as you exhale, lower the hand down towards the lap and lift the head up to neutral. Roll the shoulders again a few times forward, up, back, and down, helping that stretch just melt into the shoulders. Great work. We'll pause with the shoulders in the back and down position. And if the legs are crossed, we're going to give ourselves the alternate crossing of the legs. Settling ourselves back down, re-engaging the spine. We'll inhale to reach the arms up overhead, feeling nice and tall here. And then we'll lower the left hand down towards the left side of the mat, reach up with those right fingers, and we're going to draw a rainbow shape with the right fingers over towards the left side of the mat. Feeling those sitting bones ground down, draw the belly in, push into that left hand, lengthen the side waist and start to rotate the sternum up towards the sky. Reaching the fingers up and over. Great job. Draw the lower belly in and we'll exhale, rise ourselves all the way back up, reaching the arms up overhead, inhaling here. And then we'll switch sides, lower the right hand down towards the right side of the mat, reach up with those left fingers and draw that rainbow shape over to the right side of the mat. Grounding down through the sitting bones, push in through that right hand, lengthen the sideways, start to rotate the sternum just a little bit more towards the ceiling, getting a rotation here. Breathing steady and slow. Great work. Push into that right hand. Reach both arms up overhead, inhaling at the top. As you exhale, we're going to twist over to the left. Bringing the right hand towards the left knee, left hand back behind the body. Pushing in through that back hand, lengthen the spine just a little bit more, growing up just a little taller. And we'll exhale to twist just a little bit deeper, gazing over that left shoulder. Beautiful work. As you exhale, unwind slowly. We'll inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Bringing the left hand towards the right knee, right hand back behind the body. Pushing in through that right hand, lengthen the spine, grow just a little taller. And we'll exhale to twist just a little bit deeper. Great work. Draw the belly in. We'll inhale, reach the arms back up overhead. From here, keep the belly drawn in. We're going to exhale, hinge forward from the hips, leaning all the way forward. Plant the hands down inside the legs or in between, down in the middle. Push into the palms, lift and lengthen the spine, growing a little longer. Lift the gut, gaze up, push the chest forward. And then we'll exhale, slowly start to round down between the legs. So finding that little bit of back bend there before you forward fold. Allow the head to be nice and heavy here. Maybe taking some half circles with the head. Great work. Pausing that head roll, draw the belly in, slowly round yourself all the way back up to seated. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back and down, lengthening through the spine, and we'll bring the hands down to the knees, finishing up with our barrel roll, swinging the torso around, drawing the belly in as you swing back, allowing the belly to be heavy as you swing forward. Feeling into any of those spots that might need the little extra time or attention, you can pause and breathe there. I'll take our barrel rolls in the opposite direction, swinging ourselves around. Fantastic. Starting to pause our barrel roll, stacking ourselves up again, nice and tall. We'll inhale to lift the arms up overhead, lifting the gaze up. And as you draw the hands down through heart center, we'll close the eyes. Take a nice, slow round of breath, getting ourselves prepared for our restorative practice. Calming the mind, nice deep breath. Link the eyes back open. And we'll start to get ourselves set up for this first posture. We'll take a chest opener lying on our back with the option of putting the legs up on a chair, on a wall, on a couch or bed, something like that. And for our chest opener, you can have a variety of different options. So for a less of a chest opener, you can have a lower prop, maybe 1 or 2 blankets stacked on each other, maybe just a pillow. If you'd like more of a chest opener, you can just create more of an incline. So I'll be demonstrating with more of a chest opener here. So I've got my 2 blankets stacked over a pillow. If you've got bolsters and blocks, you can stack the bolster on top of your blocks that are on the high and the medium setting. And that'll give you a nice little ramp, or just the bolster or just the blocks. It's all good. We'll give ourselves time in this position to really get comfortable. So if you're doing the legs up on a chair option, you'll want to scoot your hips fairly close towards the chair, bringing your ramp along with you. So I've got this support down, almost touching the hips, yeah. And I'll lower myself down onto my support while I bring my calves to rest on the chair. Nestling down with the blankets supporting my shoulder blades, lowering the head down. If you need extra support underneath the head or the neck, you can roll one of the blankets up or bring an extra pillow underneath the head. And we'll take 10 minutes in this position. So we'll get ourselves nice and comfortable here. So if you find that the ramp is a little too high for you, you can lower the ramp down. If you decide that you don't want to do the heart opener, the chest expanding pose here, you're welcome to lower down off the props at any time. If you find that, you don't want to do the leg inversion anymore, you can take the legs off of the chair now towards the sides or underneath. You roll over and get yourself just nice and comfortable. So the variation that I'm taking is with the arms extended kind of out towards the sides and down just a little bit. So palms face the ceiling just to allow the collarbones to open. You might notice if you roll the palms down towards the floor, you get more of a closing of the chest. And if you open the palms out, a little bit more opening across the chest. And we'll begin to settle in here. Taking again any of those little fidgets, any of those little wiggles to help us just become a little bit more comfortable. Maybe you find an extra little padding underneath the hips would feel nice, a little blanket or cushion there to support the hips as we rest here in this position. Now, as you feel ready, you might close your eyes. And we'll begin to bring our awareness to the breath. Allowing the breath to move in and out through the nose. And we'll allow the breath to become a little more expansive than the breath that we arrived with today. The inhales are a little fuller. The exhales a little more complete. Allowing the breath to be long and slow, giving ourselves an opportunity here to calm down our nervous system. You might feel yourself becoming more relaxed with every round of breath, just nestling in, snuggling into your supports here in our restorative practice. Keeping that long, slow rhythm of breath. We'll start to bring our awareness in through the body. Starting with the very top of the head and working our way down towards our toes. We'll be checking in with all the different areas and encouraging additional softening and relaxation in all the areas in the body. Bringing our awareness to them and then encouraging that release. So starting at the very top of the head, softening the scalp, softening the muscles of the forehead, releasing any engagement between the eyebrows, softening the muscles around the eye socket, releasing the muscles of the jaw, softening the areas on the front and the sides of the neck. Relaxing the area on the back of the neck. Releasing any engagement through the shoulders. Releasing any engagements in the upper and lower arms. Allowing the hands and the fingers to be soft. Bringing our awareness to the length of our spine from the base of the skull to our tailbone. Softening the area around the spine. Noticing if any engagements there of the muscles around the spine. Allowing the chest muscles to be relaxed. Allowing the arms to just be heavy here. Finding that extra expanse across the chest on the inhales. And this softness through the exhales. Allowing the belly to be soft here. Bringing our awareness into our hips and our glutes. Noticing if there's any gripping that's taking place in these areas. And softening any muscle engagement. Allowing the legs to relax, being supported either by the ground, a chair, or the wall. Noticing if there's any muscle engagement and just asking it to release. Allowing the feet and the toes to be soft and relaxed. Feeling the whole body. Feeling the whole body soft and supported. Resting and relaxed. We'll take another 3 minutes here. Noticing the sensations of relaxation. Allowing your awareness to rest gently on the sensation of the breath. Scan the body again to release and relax anything that might have re-engaged. We'll begin to transition out of the chest opener. Rolling over gently towards the side, we'll draw that ramp out from underneath us, pushing it over to the side for a moment. And we'll come to rest flat on our back. And we'll enjoy a moment of a little figure 4 here, supported at the walls or the chair. So for our figure 4, we'll take the right ankle and we'll gently cross it over the left shin or the left thigh. Just opening that knee out here. Again, allowing that ramp to just be pushed up to that side. So that way we're resting completely on our back. You might choose here to begin to draw the figure 4 into the chest. Not as deep as our usual figure 4s, but taking a more restorative approach here, just a little slower, taking a little bit more time here. And you might allow the eyes to close. Feeling the breath move in and out through the nose. Stay connected with your breath. Noticing where you are experiencing sensation. Softening the muscles of the face. We'll start to release the sides figure 4, lengthening the left leg out a little bit, uncrossing that right leg. And then we'll switch sides, crossing the left ankle either over the right shin or over the right thigh. Using that left hand to help open the knee out just a little bit. And then you might choose, if you'd like, to begin to draw the figure 4 in towards the chest a bit. Again, taking that restorative approach, nice and slow, just a little more gentle. Here for 3 minutes. Settling back in. Checking in with the body again and softening anything that can be released. Releasing muscle engagement in the face, in the shoulders, in the hips, in the legs. Allow the breaths to be nice and slow. You might find they become deeper and deeper every round. We're going to start to release this figure 4, uncrossing the legs. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest, giving ourselves a nice big hug here. A gentle rocking from side to side, massaging out the lower back. And then we'll make our way over onto our side body, resting in a fetal position. Taking a moment here in our fetal position. Allowing the blood pressure to regulate. You might take a moment in this position to feel a sense of gratitude towards yourself for prioritizing your health and your wellness today. For doing the hard work of staying present in our practice. Wonderful. As you exhale, we'll use the hands to help lift us up to seated. Our next posture will be a supported, wide-legged forward fold. So I'll be demonstrating with the use of the chair here. I'll take my legs to either side of the chair, nice big V shape in the legs. And I'll start by just getting my sitting bones planted nice and evenly. And I'll point and flex the toes, rolling out the ankles, stretching in through the feet, just getting the legs nice and warmed up here. A little bit of movement into the digits. And so I'll use the chair, maybe bringing it a little closer, a little farther away, to support me as I forward fold, rolling myself down over the chair. You might find that you'd like a little bit of support on the chair, maybe a little pillow for the head. You might reach the arms forward to get more of a stretch through the shoulders. And if you aren't working with a chair today, but you're there near a wall or some other thing, you can stack up a series of pillows and blankets in between the legs to support yourself. If you've got a classic bolster, just going to pretend this is a bolster, you can prop it up and then roll yourself down onto it like that. And you might be feeling that you want to get a little deeper than what the chair allows. So you can push the chair out if you like and lower yourself down without, without the use of the chair. So all kinds of different options here. You might choose chair or no chair. Just keeping the legs nice and wide here. If you're feeling that that's a little uncomfortable underneath the knees, another option is to use a little blanket or a little pillow underneath the knees to support the legs and prevent any hyperextension. So all kinds of setups here. And get yourself really comfortable, which might sound like a challenge with this deep forward fold, but get yourself really set up. We'll be taking some time here in this posture. So getting ourselves just as comfortable as possible here in this forward fold. So if you need to readjust the props in any way, please do so. If you are resting on one cheek, I will let us know when we are halfway through this posture so that you can switch sides and bring the other cheek to rest on your support. Feeling the breath move in through the chest, helping to open and expand the back body. Noticing the sensations here. Check in again with the body. Softening anything that can be softened. And allowing this forward fold to gently creep in over time. If you find that at any point it becomes too intense, you do not have to stay with it. You can make your way out and support yourself. You might choose to bend the knees and plant the feet and take the forward fold that way. So just allowing yourself to listen to that nurturing aspect of yourself, the one that is seeking comfort and support. Follow. Notice where the mind is. If it has wandered away from our practice, gently encourage the mind to come back to the sensations of the breath, the feelings of support, or you might find that the creation of a dedication or intention may help in your practice of staying present. If you would like to create a sankalpa or a heartfelt desire, you can do so by using positive language and the present tense, creating a mantra almost that you can revisit throughout our practice. This might be a mantra or a dedication that you've used in the past, or it might be one focused on resting and relaxation, on peace, on health. If you've been resting on one cheek, we'll come to rest on the other cheek halfway through here. Making any readjustments to your position. As you settle in, allow yourself a long, slow exhale. Wonderful work, everyone. We'll begin to make our way slowly, gently out of this forward fold. Might use the hands to help roll yourself back up. Nice and tall. We'll roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. We'll bend the knees, planting the feet, hips distance apart. And we'll take a few rounds of seated cat-cow. The hands behind the thighs. We'll inhale to push the chest forward, lift the gaze up towards the sky. And as you exhale, rounding down, gazing towards the navel, feeling the shoulder blades spread. Inhale to push the chest forward, lift the gaze up. Exhale to round down, gazing again towards the navel. One more time at your own pace. Wonderful. We'll come back to neutral spine. For our next pose, we'll be taking a deer pose. So I like to create a little bit of a ramp again for this posture. So either higher or lower ramp, like with the first chest opener. You can choose a little more or a little less, depending on how you're feeling today. But I'll get myself set up with the pillow and the 2 blankets over it. Again, if you have a bolster and blocks, you can stack the blocks on the high and the medium setting, and then the bolster over that. I'm pushing my chair off to the side a little bit. We won't need that for this posture. So for deer pose, we'll start to bring the right hip to the base of our support, bending the knees and stacking the feet. And bringing the hands down to the floor, we'll lengthen the spine and lift ourselves nice and long along the spine and through the center of the body. And we'll start to rotate the torso over our props. So we're getting this twist here as we start to bring our sternum over our supports and starting to help walk ourselves down over this support, coming to rest on the right cheek. Settling down, extending the arms to rest on the floor. Now taking this twist here, allowing ourselves to kind of settle in, taking any wiggles or fidgets in the hips and the shoulders just to become a little bit more comfortable. And as you get into this posture, you might choose to extend the left leg out long. We'll be taking 5 minutes per side. So allow yourself some time to kind of nestle in. Making any readjustments to become just a little bit more comfortable. You might come back to that dedication or intention that you made at the beginning of practice. we'll begin to make our way out of this pose. Bringing the hands to press down into the floor. Slowly lift yourself up off of your props. Rising ourselves back up. Lengthening the spine, nice and tall. Planting the feet. Grabbing on behind the thighs. Take a seated cat-cow. Inhale to push the chest forward. Exhale to round down. One more time. Inhale, push the chest forward. Gazing up. Exhale to round down. Coming back to neutral. We'll move into this posture on the other side. Bringing now the left thigh to the base of the supports. With the knees stacked on each other, the feet kind of nestled in. Hands come down by the hips or down by the prop, lengthening the spine. And then as you exhale, slowly soften the sternum over your support. Resting on your tummy in this gentle twist. Allowing the hips to settle in and get comfortable. Allow the face to rest on the left cheek. You might choose to extend the right leg out, or you might keep it bent. Bringing your awareness back to your breath. Allowing the eyes to close. We'll take another 2 minutes here. Allow yourself some noticing of the body and any spots that could maybe soften just a little bit more. We'll slowly begin to make our way out of this posture, using the hands again to help lift us off of our supports, unwinding, untwisting. We'll plant the feet again, hips distance apart. Take our seated cat-cows, the hands behind the thighs. Inhale to push the chest forward, lift the gaze up. Exhale to round, gazing towards the navel. Inhaling, lifting up, looking up. Exhale to round down. Bringing ourselves back up to neutral. We'll make our way into a comfortable seated position. We'll inhale to lift the arms up overhead, lifting the gaze up. And then exhale, lower the hands down through heart center. Taking an inhale through the nose. Take an exhale through the mouth, sighing it out. Again, like that, inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and sigh it out. Last one, inhale through the nose. Sigh. Thank you so much for your practice today. The light in me sees and honors the light in you all. Namaste.